Alright guys, we got it off. Now the noise we noticed was coming over this way. Now, you want to find out which one is the one that's ticking. Look at your camshaft lobes, and you want to see a difference in one or more of them. So we're going to start off from back here, because I thought it was coming from back here. I'm going to need a light. You don't need a light. I'm going to need a light. Now, let's take a look at this one right here.
Oh, sure. You can go for the one I can't see.
Okay, let's go to this one.
Where are you?
Right here, right here. See how smooth that is?
Yeah.
You don't see no kind of marks on it, nothing. Now you do. But how smooth it is, let's go up here. So we're going to go to each one of them, and all of them got to look like that. So start from back here. That looks good. That looks good.
Okay, but I have a question.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this if we're changing all of them?
Just in case somebody just need to replace just one and don't want to, they want to be cheapy McCheapskate, and they just want to do the one. So, all right. So we go around them, looking good.
You get this far down, you might as well replace them all.
I hear that, Civi. Wait a minute. That one. You see how this one right here? See how the marks on both sides? See, it's like a clean spot in the middle. It's clean in the middle, and then see how over there? See how it's dark or something?
Yeah.
Like something hidden. But you over like go this right here. That outside mark is like very thin, so it's more clean. Actually, I think I see it in this one too. Is that one like it's spread out? Like it's been hitting or something?
Maybe.
And what you want to do, guys, check it out. That's all you do. Take your hand down there to the rocker. That one ain't moving. This one, though. Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys.
So can't you just do that?
Oh,
to all
man.
of them?
She's got a problem.
What?
Oh, God. This is going to suck. Look at it. Look at the cam. Wore out.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to tell that's worn out.
No, put it this way. Look at this right here. See that lip?
Oh, okay, I see it.
Look at this one right here. See how it's straight up?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna
So she would need a cam or
now.
More than that.
No, a cam, but we can probably get away with not changing it. You know, good thing we're recording this, because I think I need them to see this right here, because the lobe is still there, but I can't even. I've tried to see if I can get that out, but no, I can't. We're gonna have to take that out. Dang it. She must have been driving like this for a while. I guess that's a good indication of checking out the rest of them, guys. Looking for any kind of worn out mark like that. That's gonna suck. What are we gonna do, Civi?
I do not know. That's the intake cam?
No, that's the second intake cam. Yeah.
I should throw this camera at you for that.
I'm not sure if it's a difference on the other side.
Okay, but you could have said yes, it's on the left side, dagnabbit. I know it's on the left.
Alright, I'm just, while you over there messing around.
Yeah, I'm messing around.
I'm looking at the other side, and just like I said, I didn't hear nothing on the other side. And the other side is definitely, all of them are good. We're replacing all of them anyway, but they look good. Alright guys, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing, this is what we're going to do. This part right here of the video, the series is very important. Lining up the chains and taking off the cams and all. Now, over here, we had this bad cam over here. These cams are super expensive. So usually you would say alright, we're going to just, you got a bad cam, we're going to replace it. But here's what we're going to do. Because if it was my car, this is what I would do. We're going to take this cam out. We got to take it out anyway. And then we're going to get a micrometer and mic one of the good cam lobes compared to this one. And we're going to see, make sure the surface is still going to have good enough surface contact with the rocker before we condemn this camshaft. And because these things are expensive. And on the right side, you can't even find them no more. I'll probably get it from the dealership. I don't know. Ooh, that'd be really expensive. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Let's line.
There's a junkyard.
Yeah, then there's the junkyard. You can try that. You can luck out, take them apart, and luck out. Alright, so when we come back, let's go over the timing marks on this and how we're going to do it, which is different from other videos on YouTube. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just going to tell you the way that we're going to do this. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, here's your cam faces. Now your cam faces has timing marks. Now you're going to notice that there's three timing marks on each phaser. There's going to be one, there's going to be an arrow. Number 2, there's going to be a line. And number 3, there is going to be a round circle, a little dot. Now that's on the intake cam. On the exhaust cam is the exact same thing, except instead of the circle, there's going to be a small little triangle right there. Now, whatever you do, those marks should be, when you put this thing in time, both of those marks should be 12 o'clock up. Not 12 o'clock to the engine, to you, but 12 o'clock in relation to that head. Now, here's the 2 ways of doing this. One, and guys, I'm not putting guys down for doing this. This is definitely a legitimate way of doing this. One, you can take a marker, you can line up the 2 center ones, and there's very important information about that. Line up the 2 marks, they're going to be facing each other. And then you're going to take a marker and mark the link, and then mark the phaser, so you can know when you put this back together. We're not going to do this. We're going to rotate this engine, and might take a little while, until we actually get the colored links lined up with their mark. Any questions so far?
No.
Sure? Mm-hmm. Alright, now, these marks. This is going to be where the crucial part is. If you're on the driver's side, the left side of the engine, you have to line up the 2 arrows. Those got to be faced straight across from each other. If you try to line up the lines straight across from each other, the timing marks up here will be facing straight down into the block, and you'll be wondering what the heck going on. Over this side, the right side, you have to line up the lines. The 2 lines have to be right facing with each other, and then the 2 timing marks will be straight up. 12 o'clock in relation to the cylinder head. That is very important information. Alright, so first of all, let's get this lined up. Now what I'm going to be using here, and I haven't used this set in a while, guys. I'm using a 27mm Pittsburgh Harbor Freight. Yeah, buddy. 3/4 inch socket. 3/4. I didn't say half. I said 3/4. And a 4-inch, 3/4 inch extension. Also, look at this, guys. The Pittsburgh, the Harbor Freight 3/4 inch ratchet. Look at that. Alright, here's the center bolt down here on the engine. I'm going to put it right here. And you want to go clockwise. And see, the reason why I got my 3/4 inch one, because this thing got good leverage. I can sit here and I can turn this engine all day. Now, if you want to make this a lot easier for you, now I'm not having no problems doing this. You can take out the spark plugs, which will make this a lot easier. And actually, I might take out a spark plug, because why do all this and the spark plugs are worn out? So you know what? Let's take out a spark plug and look at it before we do that. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got a 16mm deep socket, or you can use your spark plug socket. A 6-inch 3/8 drive extension. I got a wobble extension, so the socket can wobble. And my 3/8 drive ratchet. And what we're gonna do is go ahead. And what I want to do is, and you heard that sound, that squealing noise, guys? I don't like that. This is why when people, I hate that when people put plugs in and don't use anti-seize. But when you hear that sound, pretty much gonna take a good chance in wearing that, stripping those threads out. Alright, now if you got a spark plug socket, usually that plug is gonna come out with that socket. But being that we don't, I'm gonna use a magnet. Just go down there. Whoops. And take the plug out. Oh, these plugs are really good. Mopar. Alright, so these are good, but I'm going to take the rest of them out so it can make it nice and easy for us to turn over the engine. Alright, let's get those out, and then I'm going to turn the engine and get these marks lined up. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, as you can see, we're coming up to them, we're lined up, but now we want to get these right lined up with each other. That looks lined up, Zippy?
Yep.
Alright, and let's go into the other, let's take this off. Let's go to the other side. And we got the dot lined up right there. The triangle right there. And the two lines are in the middle. Now you might be asking yourself, alright Tim, but how do you know it's directly across with each other and everything is good? Well, this is where a special timing kit comes in, and we're about to show you that. And this kit is only like, it's 20 bucks, guys. Spend the 20 bucks and get this kit. Alright? We'll be right back. Alright guys, we need you to go, me and Civvy need you to go to Amazon. Put in that part right there, LB, I don't know if it might be saying, but put in that part number right there. Just take a picture of that box, and that's on the whole kit is going to cost under $20. Now you're going to open up your kit, you're going to have some pieces in here. Don't even worry about this right here, you're not going to need this. Take these out. Now first of all, you're going to have two alignment gears right here. Take note of those because they are different. One's going to say left and one's going to say right. Now the problem here is on the three gears you got here on the teeth. What do you want to call these? Forks? Forks.
Sure.
I don't know what the hell. There's going to be three of them, three different ones, and I marked these. So look at the part numbers on them. Yeah, buddy. Look at Tim do that. Look at Civvy with that recording.
You're funny.
All right. Now, this one, mark it number 1. This one, with that part number, mark it number 2. And this one, mark it number 3. So when we go to put this together, when I'm going to say, all right, when we're going to use this tool, I'm going to show you what it's used for, I'm going to say, all right, grab number this, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But right now, we're grabbing these two. All right, so let's get these and go over to the engine, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we do, you want to take the one that says left. You want to make sure, well, you can probably do both sides up and down, but I want to just be sure when to just use the words on the top. And what you want to do is push this in there. These gears, these little teeth, are going to line up with the teeth on the camshaft phasers. So you want to put this between there like this. And then it locks right into place. Those are timed now. Now, what we're going to do, go to the other side, grab the other one. Put that in there. Let's try it upside down. Now, if you get it like this, guys, you're going to have a hard time getting one in there. That one's already lined up. So, see if I can... lined up. Yeah, it's lined up. Now, if you get into a situation like this, or you just cannot get that in there, what you want to do is grab you a 1 1/8 wrench on your camshaft. on your camshaft, there are going to be two sections where you can put your, well, one on each one, a wrench at. Right there and right there. You need lighting? Good. So, what you want to do is take your wrench, and you just want to take each one and just wiggle it back and forth until the tool locks into place. See it pushed in? So now that, there it is perfect. Both of them are lined up. Our engine is timed exactly. We don't have to worry about nothing. All right, all right. Everything looks good. Any questions, Civi? No. You sure? Yeah. You sure? Positive? You, because you're the one who they like when you ask questions. All right, guys. That part is set. All right. We'll be right back. All right, guys. For this step, what we're gonna do is just gonna loosen, just pop loose the bolts to the camshaft, cam phases. What you're gonna need is a 36mm socket. And where the heck is my socket, man? 36mm socket, 1/2 inch drive. I'm using a 3/4 inch drive. And you're going to need your 1 1/8 wrench. Let me get that phone and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I hate junk calls. Alright, so what we're going to do is set it up. Put this on loosening. Put one right there. Take our wrench on those certs, on those sections. Put your wrench right there. Hold the wrench and just loosen that up just like that. Alright, let's do another one together, and then you're going to go to the other side and do that. Yeah, buddy. Looking good. Alright, let's get the other side done, and we'll be right back. Okay, great, guys. Alright, the next thing you want to do, guys, is out of your tools, grab number 3. Alright, grab the tool we marked number 3, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, got number 3. Now, you know what, let me show you better. Let me pull this out. Now, remember I told you those bolts in there? You see the bolt right in there, facing the engine. It's on the left side, and if you can see right there, there's our guide. Can you see it? Okay. So what this tool does, that little slot goes over that bolt, push down, and as I push this down, you're going to notice that guide is going to move slightly to the side. And actually, you heard the tensioner squeezing. What I did was push that tensioner in, push that guide. That gave me a little slack on that chain. And that's all you do. Just make sure it is down there, just like that. Then I'll just put this back. I'm just going to put this out there so you can show you. All right. Now that side is set for us to do. We ain't worry about that. All right. Now let's go over to the other side. We'll be right back. All right, guys. We are now on the driver's side. Now this side is different from the other side. So this side, you're going to grab your number 1. Now, I can do this without using this other tool. That's why I tend to be I told you you're not going to need this. But I think it's a good idea. Matter of fact, Sylvia mentioned show them the other way just in case, just so they're not used to it. So that's okay. So that's where you grab this little pick right here. Now, I see I'm going to use this as a pointer too. I need you to see if you can focus down into here. Here's the guide right here, and on the side of the guide over here is the tensioner, and you're gonna see it looks like a little screw head right there in there. Yeah, a screw head, and you're gonna see a little hole. All right, now that you see that, I'm gonna let you know what's going on here. So we're gonna pull out the whiteboard. To take the tension off that chain, to get it off, you're gonna have, you got your chain, you have the guide right here, and this guide is pushing up against that chain to keep tension on it. Now, what makes that guide goes over there is this little tensioner right here with a little plunger coming out. It's oil activated, so when you start the car, it pushes it out and pushes it up against that chain. Now, what keeps that out there? So, did I have a piece of... Let's take this off now. Now this guide, let's see how I'm gonna draw this. Here's the body of it, and you're gonna be you just saw it at the top. There's a hole right here.
That's a tensioner.
Yeah, the tensioner. There's a hole right here. There's a bigger hole right here with that like a flat screwdriver goes in. On the side of this, what you can't see is there is another little hole. Now inside the body of this tensioner, there's a plunger. So here's your guide over here. This plunger comes out. On the top of this plunger is teeth. This right here, well, there's a like an arm in here that goes down, that looks like that, and it locks that gear into place so it doesn't back up. If you try to push this back now, you're going to push up against it and you will damage that tensioner. So what you have to do is, what we got to do is take this tool. We're going to reach down the side, not inside that hole. That hole is to put it's another pin that looks just like this, but it's just straight, don't have nothing in there. So what you're going to do, we're going to go down there, put this pin in this hole, and pick up. When we pick up, we're picking up on this. While we got this up in the air, then we're going to take our special tool, stick it in here, push that guide back. It's going to push this arm back, and then we're going to stick our tool completely in there. Now, another option of doing this, like JT mentions on his video, push it back, then you put the straight pin into this hole, and it'll lock this into place, and then we're going to remove our special tool. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to, sorry JT, but this is Astral way. We're going to push that back, leave our tool in there. All right? Any questions on that, Simi? You understood that, Simi? I did a good job at that?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, buddy. I should be a teacher. All right, guys, let's get this done. We'll be, oh, no, you know what, guys? While we're up here, this guide is going to go, stick this in here, man. It's going to go just the other way. So, you see it like this. Turn it around like this. I might have to... I don't know if you can see way back in here, down here. Let me see. Okay, guys, if you look down in there, you see the shiny part of the head and the guide. You're going to go between that cylinder head right there, right about there, down in there, and that guide. That's where you're going to put the tool at. Let me pick it up. So your tool is going to go down there like this, and then you're going to push down. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, this is not supposed to do this. Can you just get a look on that?
I can see the tensioner.
You saw the guide moved?
Mm-hmm.
Guy, it's wow. Something's wrong with that tensioner. This is not supposed to be able to, and you can see now I got it back. That chain is loose. That is not, I am not supposed to be able to push that back like that. Which I'm going to assume there's something wrong with that tensioner. And which means this thing was taken apart at one time and somebody did it and they messed that up. But let's go down here. Let me show you how you're supposed to do this. So, apologize about that, guys. I hit the camera and all. But I still don't got it in, so don't worry about it. Alright, let's get this in there. Now, hold on, let me pull out, let me open up get my pocket, my little string light. Okay, we're gonna hopefully, we don't need this one, hopefully we're gonna see if you guys can see this. Now what we're gonna do is, up here on the board, we're gonna have to fish this down in there. Now, to fish this down in there, let me see here. Alright. You're gonna put this pin, not like this way. You're gonna fish it down. You're gonna get to the hole, and then you're gonna turn counterclockwise and then go in there, and then we'll be able to pick this up. When we're picking this up, this little thing like a screw head, we're actually going to start seeing that move up and down. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's see, I don't know if you can see inside here then. I'm going to go way down.
Well,
you know what? Oh, here, hold on. No, because I can get it. I'm already up here. Here, use the ladder. We'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I got one little magnet here, and if you look down here, you're looking at the tensioner. There's the part right there that's going to be moving when we pick up on that plunger. This hole is to set up a straight pin if you want. Now, what we're going to do is we're gonna go down between here, and actually I can see the hole right there. We're going to, remember, put our pin down like this. I just see, there it is. There's the hole. I just see the hole. And you're going to turn counterclockwise till you get into that hole. You see me turning there?
Mm-hmm.
Now watch the top of that pin. See how it's moving back and forth? See how you can see how where the screws look like a screwdriver. You see that moving?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So while we got that in like that, back up. Grab your number one. You're gonna put it down in between, just like I said before. And dang, this is going dead. You're going to stick this tool down between the guide and all the way over here, the shiny part of the cylinder head. You can see in there?
Oh, yeah. Right? It's shiny.
Go over more. That's your little shiny part right there, guys. Can you hold it right there for a second? Right there. The shiny part right there and there. Alright. So you're going to take your tool. You're going to stick it. Dang it. Then you can't even see nothing. Stick it right in there while holding up the pin. And you're going to push down. Alright, now come to the front. Where you can look at this guide right there. Or you can be right there. Now watch the guide, guys.
Hold on. Don't do it yet. Okay.
Alright, now I'm picking up on the pin. I'm going to push my tensioner down, push my tool down, and it pushes that guide all the way back. That locks it right into place. And then, just so this don't come out and drop down inside that engine, I'm gonna turn it back clockwise and remove it. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, before we continue, let's make sure everything is lined up. Man, guys, this is looking good. Look at those tools sitting there. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's start off from over here. We got this mark over here. That's lined up with the chain link. Is that the circle or the triangle? That's lined up. This one over here, the circle, is lined up with that chain link. And looking at the front, the two arrows are facing into each other. And I know you can't really tell because the tool's in the way, but they are. All right, now we're going to go to the other side and make sure this is lined up. The circle is lined up. The circle is lined up with the chain link. Over here, the triangle is lined up with the chain link. And on this side, instead of the two arrows, remember, this is the right side. The two lines are facing each other. You need a light? You got that?
Nope.
You got that, Sylvia?
Yep.
Alright guys, everything is perfect. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, during this procedure, we're going to have to pull these back out, but not now. The next thing you want to do is grab you a T30 Torx socket. Using 3/8 drive. You can use whatever you want. I don't care. 3/8 drive ratchet. Now, let's start off with this cam. We're going to be taking out, we're going to start off with this cam right here. You're going to have your cam caps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know what, guys? Let's do this just in case you guys put these down and get them confused. Now, number one, you can't get confused. It's bigger than all the rest. Let's wipe these off. And then we're going to mark these. 1, 2, 3, dang it. And can't reach all the way over here. And number 4. So, now, what you want to do is take your T30 and you want to now I'm going to be using a cordless ratchet on this, but if you're using a cordless ratchet, you want to do it this way first. Get your ratchet and just break these. You want to make sure this is flush, because you do not want to strip these out. And make sure you're getting a good quality Torx bit. And that's all you want to do is break them loose. Now see, if I were to use a cordless ratchet or an air ratchet right now, I'd probably end up stripping the bolts out, then you're looking crazy in the face and you'll be emailing me. So let's get all these loose, just like this, and we'll be right, just this one right here, alright? We'll be right back. Alright guys, we broke all those loose. The next thing you want to do, guys, is, now you don't have to do this part, but I want to do it because I like to be better safe than sorry. Now, we're going to be taking off this cam phaser first, which means that this chain on this side is going to drop. It may not drop a lot at all. Everything it shouldn't come off timing or anything. But just in case, what I'm going to do. Let's get a light here. I'm going to take a rag, and I'm going to stick the rag down in here, between the chain and the block. I mean the head. So I'm going to take this rag, take a screwdriver, stick it down there. That's going to put that chain in place so it don't drop down, so I can make sure it don't drop down. Now what I'm doing is I'm pushing down, get it to the side, and I want to push down, and I want to make sure that it's pushed down below my cam phaser. Make sure I can see the teeth on that cam phaser. There. See the phaser? Okay, the teeth. Alright, that is there. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing you want to do, your alignment tool right here. Pull it out. Put it to the side. Take off the nut that's holding on your phaser. And you're gonna take your phaser, and it's just gonna come right off. Let's get that bolt. Out of there. Okay, there's the bolt. To the side, take your phaser, bring it off, take the chain off, and rest it down. See, our rag is stopping it from going down. We are perfect, guys. Let's set this to the side with the bolt. Now this do not go into the party line if you're outside. It goes into a party line if you're inside the house. You can put it down. But other than that, try that mess. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, now I got my cordless ratchet to sit here and take out these bolts, the cam caps, take them out the rest of the way. Now, just now what I did was I forgot to tell you guys, notice I put a dot in the front of each cam cap. That, so I know that cam cap which way is facing.
That one over there, that first one is not a dot.
Okay, they didn't have a way for a line, but I put a line there. Also, if you want to, I noticed, guys, if you look at this one right here, you see a little indent on the corner right there. I noticed on the back side it does not have it, so you can use those at an alignment to make sure. Let me feel all of them. Make sure. Yeah. All right. So you can use that as facing forward. All right. So we're gonna take these off. Now what you want to do is take them off. You want to start loosening them up. Take them up all evenly, and we want to start from the outsides and work your way in. So I'm gonna go here, here, back here. Then go on the inside ones. So how is Sivy recording and looking somewhere else? You better be doing your job, Sivy. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the rest of them. Alright, let's just get them completely out. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I got them pretty much all the way out. Now we're going to take out one. We're going to take out two of them together. We're going to start off back here. Take that off, put that to the side, and then let's take out one more together. Okay, that one's number one, so that one don't go in a line. I'm gonna put that right here, and then we know the other two go right in the middle. All right, let's get the other two, and we'll be right back. We got a last one up. Okay, now let's take up our cam. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? This thing is. You know what? Let me get my. It's a little stuck in there, so I'm going to just get my 1 1/8 wrench and just twist it back and forth a little bit. Let's take our cam up. Alright, now, this was the one that was, actually guys, you can see it right there. Look at, oh man, look at that rocker. Look how the center, the roller, on the inside, look how far it dropped down in there compared to, let's look at this one right here.
Which one are you looking at? Oh, okay.
Notice how the roller is way up? This one is... So let's take it. Completely messed up. Let's get another one here. Get the one right next to it and show the difference in the two. You can see how that one is. This one is pretty good. But dang it, that thing is messed up. Now what we're going to do here, guys, is let's pull up the rest of them. And we're just going to check them. Uh-oh. That one see the little play into that one?
So that one's on his way out?
Yep. That one was definitely on its way out. That one's good. And the last one in the back. Is good. Now, guys, here's the sucky part about this. You're gonna see a lot of guys do this, and they say, well, you know, especially those people out there, well, that's all I use is Mopar parts. that's all I use is Chrysler. I don't get no aftermarket parts. This is Chrysler. This is what happened to them. Definitely, if you're gonna go aftermarket with this, you definitely will go after. You better go aftermarket with it. You want to get a company that's known to rebuild and do engines for engine parts. We're gonna be putting in Melling. Melling parts are fantastico. That's how you say it in Spanish.
Whoa.
How you say it?
Fantastico.
Fantastico.
You had the accent in the wrong spot.
Tell me, Adam, what the heck are we?
Fantastico.
Fantastico. You rat bastards. Yeah. All right, guys. Now the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna inspect the lifter right here. This is the lifter. Want to make sure it's not damaged in any kind of way. It looks good. Okay. Now, if it was bad, that's a little plunger right there. I'll be able to push that down and it'll go down and come back up. But it is definitely good. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to mic the camshaft to see if we can reuse it. And we're going to do all of them, and we're going to notice that that other loose one was right about here. So we're going to do the two right next to each other, and we're going to use the one right here as a reference for a good one. All right, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got 3 rockers here. I got 2 bad ones and 1 good one. I'm going to show you how you check them. Because over there, I couldn't hardly grab it with gloves on. So you grab it like this. And this, I'm taking my thumb, pushing up on that roller, and my finger right here, and pushing down. You see any play in that?
No.
That's a good one. Go to the next one, do the same thing.
Yes.
That's a bad one.
Yes.
That was the really bad one. Alright, so that's how you're going to check those. You're going to definitely make sure. Now, let's go over here.
Why not just change them all? They're not that expensive.
I don't know. Some people don't change them all. I don't know why they do that. I don't know. Just change them. I mean, you got Chrysler junk in here.
I mean, you're going to be doing all this job to pull it apart.
For
to
one.
Change one?
And actually, people have done that. I've seen videos. People done that.
Change them all, dagnabbit.
I guess that's why we're Astro. Alright. So, now let's now we can get a better look at the camshaft and how it's worn out. And while Sylvia's showing you that, I'm going to go get the mic. And then when you finish, you can just show them. Oh, man, this thing is worn on both sides. Oh, that is not
Well,
good.
sure, that makes sense.
And when you finish, you can say, I'll be back.
I'm not going to say nothing. Alright, we'll be right back.
Alright guys, we got our micrometer, and what I'm going to do is cut it on, and good. I'm going to set it at millimeters. So it's already zeroed out. And what we're going to do is, let's try, okay, we got one right here. So we're going to open it up. And we're going to go measure the highest point. Now if you're not sure, just take it and looks like 36.8 36.86 is our highest point. Oh no, wait a minute. You know what? Let me 37 37 millimeters. All right, let's go to another one. I can get 36.90, 37. Oh, 3704, 37. That's 37. All right, let's go to another one. Yeah, I got that. Alright, let's go to another one. Oops, make sure I get this thing right. 37, okay. Now we're gonna be going to these last two right here. This one's the ones that messed up. Let's turn it around. It's not 37, but I'm gonna go with that's still good because we got a lot of adjustment in the lifter. Now let's one right here.
That's the bad one?
Yeah, and this is the bad one. It's good. It has the it didn't wear down. So now what do? Now you got to tell the customer, the first thing the customer is going to ask is, do I recommend replacing it? I got to answer it this way. If this was our vehicle, heck no, I ain't replacing it. I'll put that cam back in there. That's good. It's good. All right, because let's get a good one here. The roller actually you can see, like, look at this good one right here. You can see a little line right there and a little line right on the other side. So the roller only hits that point. Well, this side right here though. The roller only hits that center part right there. I know it's kind of sucks because of. You got it, Sevy?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not worried about it touching on the outside unless one of these rockers wear out, and that's exactly what happened. That roller dropped down, pushed in there, and then that's what ate it up, the two sides. And actually, wait a minute. Actually, yeah, you can see that started wearing out right there, and that one's smooth right there. But my professional opinion, and it is professional, and it is probably the best out there, I would definitely go ahead and reuse the cam. What would you do, Sivy? Okay, put it this way, Sivy.
Listen to what the mechanic suggests.
I'm about to say, if you was the customer, that what you would say?
Yes, because I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know if it's good or bad. I wouldn't know anything.
All right, guys. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna reuse this cam. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys. We got 6 lifters, 6 rockers. That's all we need for this one. And here's the I told you guys, get milling. And milling is engine parts. Milling is cool. There's the part number. Okay, let's open one up. Look how bulky that is, man. Look at that. It's like, Tim, what's the difference, man?
Seriously.
There is a big difference. Look at that. Look at that. Look how the center pin is. How cheesy that looks.
Move your finger so we can see.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at how they cheesy. So look at that. Look at that solid pin in there. That big solid pin like that. Yeah, buddy, man. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Man, this. Look at the way that's made. Look at that milling. That is much better. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take 6 of them, and we're gonna go over to the car. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our 6. Now the way they set, you see our lifter sets right there with a ball on top. So your rocker has a little part that sticks out right here, and under it, it's like an insert for that ball. And the hole, that's oil passage. Oil shoots through there and lubricate the system. So you just put it on just like that. And let me just take it back up for a minute. That little section right there just fits right over that. And that is the valve. So put that down. Just like that. And you go ahead and do all 6. Alright, so let's put those on. And be careful putting those on. Don't make sure you don't try to put them on and they like crooked or anything. Alright? So just make sure you take your time and just set it right on. Alright, let's get the other 3 done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're ready to set our cam back down. But before you set your cam down, you want to make sure you put some oil on the journals right here. On each one. Because you don't want to start this engine up dry. Alright. Okay. We're going to slowly take our cam, and this side is the front. You're going to have this side, and you're going to have this one with this ring in the back that goes to the back. Alright, so you want to make sure you lower that thing down evenly. Make sure you don't want to do any kind of damage and move those rockers out of the way. So you want to make sure it lines up, and then slowly go down. Now our alignment, I'm going to show you which way it goes. Okay, we see a little indentation right there on the front of that cam. Yes. So here's our phaser. That little pin that sticks out sits right in there. So what we're gonna do is let's see, our timing mark is like right about there, so it's going to be pretty much at the top. So we're gonna just turn that, so we ain't gotta turn this too much. When it's down, it's gonna be pretty much up like that. Okay. Now guys, you're gonna have like the cam, this part of the cam is almost set down. The thing moved out of the way. That thing almost sets down right over here, and it's sticking up in the back. This is why you have to tighten these caps down evenly, starting off with the center one. Slowly bring it down. If you tighten this one up and then go to tighten this one up, there's a good chance you can snap that bolt or strip it off inside that head. So what we're gonna do now is take out caps. We're gonna start off with number 1. We're gonna put it down. Turn the bolts by a couple threads. That's why so it don't go in cross-threaded. And then get number 2. And remember to make sure they're facing forward like they're supposed to. Start off by a couple threads. Alright, let's get the other 2 done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, you know what? I should have told you this from the beginning. Take a rag or something. I'm gonna need 2 rags. This one I'm not gonna need this no more. Should have 2 rags and just stick over there in case you don't drop nothing down in there. Alright, now what I did was change up here. Where's my ratchet? Dang it. Had the ratchet. Alright, what I did was got my T30 socket, and I got a reducer 3/8 down to 1/4 inch and I got a 2-inch, 1/4-inch drive, 2-inch, 1/4-inch drive extension, and if I can find my ratchet, I will be A-okay. Got it. Okay. The reason why I'm using a 1/4-inch drive ratchet is because now I need to bring these down evenly, and I don't want to use a 3/8 drive ratchet because you can easily put too much torque on it. So as I said, you're going to start from the center ones.
You did?
Oh, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I told me that. Okay, anyway, if I didn't, start from the center one. And notice I'm just bringing it down till I just feel it touch. Just till I feel a little bit of tension on it. Go to this one because I want to bring this cam down evenly. Go ahead, mess up and tighten these things up. You're in a world of trouble. Alright, I just felt that go down. And I know this one's all the way almost down already. So I'm pretty much not worried about this one. Okay, now go to my back one. You know what? Let me climb up in here. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to this 2 centers again. And just keep going back and forth. Now the cam is all the way down over here, so I'm not really worried about this one. It's these other ones that I'm worried about. You notice that cam just moved. How much did it move? It moved a lot. So where's my, because I want to make sure that thing stays. I don't want to push down on those valves, especially being as it's an interference engine. I don't want to push down on those valves and hit a piston and bend the valve, and I'd be looking crazy in the face because of that. So I know my alignment is pretty much over here. And it will probably move again. Let me see what happens if I... No. All right. Let's keep going down. That thing just turned back. That's okay. Leave it there. All right, let's bring all this down, and then we're going to get ready to torque it down. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got my 1/4-inch drive inch-pound torque wrench and with my T30 socket on it, and these bolts are tightened down to 84 inch-pounds. Now, if you don't have an inch-pounds torque wrench, you can use the 3/8 one, but it's got to go down to 7 foot-pounds. That's what it relates to. So, okay, what we're going to do is start from the center one, to center caps. And you just go till it clicks. All right, go to this one. Okay, go to the center one over here. Okay, and then the outer two. All right, let's get those done and we'll be right back. Okay guys, it is torqued down. That one is perfect. Now, what I'm going to do now is get me some gloves on, and then get your 1 1/8 wrench, because you know now that cam is off time. That is not where it's supposed to be. So I know it's supposed to be pretty much almost up about there. Now what I'm going to do here is get my cam phaser. There's the mark right there, the link. And I want to look for the timing mark. There it is. Put that in there. Okay. Put it up on that cam. Now what I gotta do now, I should have got up in there. I'm going to turn the cam until I can get that locked into place. There it is. There it is. It's locked into place. Now, while I got that held on, keep pressure on it. Take the bolt. By hand, I'm putting this bolt in. That way. That way I make sure that thing's going down evenly and I'm not cross-threading anything. Okay. That one is now into place. Now what I'm going to do, guys, to make sure everything is good, take my tool. Now I know my tool is probably not going to want to go in there right now because of this cam right here. And now it went in place. Now I know that one is timed up and everything. The mark is on. This one is on. This one is perfect. Now we're not going to remove our tool. We leave our tool in there. Now what we're going to do, we can take it back out. And now we're going to go ahead and do this one. Now this one, I don't have to worry about sticking a rag out because that's the one I was worried about. This one, this will hold it up into place. So this one, just turn this bolt out. Tell you what we're going to do is just take this cam and just wiggle it just a little bit. Makes it easier for that bolt to come out. Okay. Take our phaser. Just in case there's tension on this cam, let's put our wrench on it and wiggle it a little bit so we can take that right off. Now if we want, guys, we can actually just leave it just like that. Right? Hey, Sibby?
Sure.
Alright, next thing we're going to do, guys, let's mark our cam caps, and then we're going to remove these, and when we come back, we'll have this cam out. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, as you can see, I got all the caps up here. Got them marked and all. And let's take up our cam. And then we're going to take up all the rockers, and we're going to go over to the table and we're going to inspect those. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, cam looks good. Clearing that. None. I think I feel tight. Nah, good. Alright, that one don't feel bad. Alright, let's get our new rockers and we'll be right back. Alright, we got our 6 new milling rockers for this one. Alright, you know what we gotta do, guys. We're gonna get these set in, get the cam in, and torque that down. Alright? We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got it torqued down. Everything is good. The cam did move a little bit. And I noticed something that's very important, guys, and maybe it'll help you with too. Here's your front of your camshaft. You see that little dot right there? Mm-hmm. I noticed on this one, it's lined up right in the center of that cap. So that's our alignment to make sure, you know, trying to put this back together. If we get that dot lined up right there, that should go right on. Should. So, what I'm going to do here is grab my 1 1/8 inch. I'm going to bring my adjuster up here. And I'm going to bring that dot right there and see if it goes on. No. Is this thing got, I got my tension off of that thing. That thing feels really, this sucks putting this thing on, man. Cause it's like you're right, you're not right. There we go. Okay. And that's actually, well, no, I guess don't go by that mark then. Cause that ain't right.
Well, if I'm looking at it right, it looks like the facer has a little mark. What if those two will have to be lined up in order for it to go in?
Go ahead, Civvy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yo. That's what I'm talking about, some good help.
I mean, am I right or am I looking at it
Heck yeah,
wrong?
you right. Nah, you right. Right, so let's get this bolt in. Let's bring this all the way in by hand. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that in. Now I'm gonna take my tool again and put it in. Oh man, I didn't have to move nothing. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, yo. Alright, that's into place. Now I can take my tool over here and pop that right out.
Bam.
Everything is done on this side, except we gotta torque this side. But I'm not gonna torque those yet. I'm gonna leave this right here. And then we're gonna go over here to the other side. And we gotta move all this wiring stuff out of the way, the hoses, the rags. That's Sylvia's dog.
That's not mine, that's yours. That's
Harley.
Harley.
Come here, Harley. Come here, you little.
What's wrong with you? Why are you mad?
Alright. Sylvia and her dogs.
That's your dog.
Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do, guys, is Harley, come here, Harley. Oh my goodness, your dog. Come here.
He sounds just like his mom.
Alright guys, let's see which one we're gonna start off with first. Do we get the intake or do this one, since it's all on the side, more difficult to get to? Let's we're gonna go with this side first. Alright, so let's put our tool to the side.
That would be the exhaust side.
Yeah, that's the exhaust side. What Sylvie said. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try something here, guys, like I tried before. First we gotta pull this out, take this nut out, and we're just gonna take this phaser off, and let's see if we can just hang it up. Alright, let's get this out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, let's take that bolt out. Now, just in case this cam, we learned from the other side, just in case this cam have any tension on it or anything, what we're gonna do is take our 1 1/8 inch just to hold that in place while we take our phaser off. And I'm just gonna lean that right down just like that. And if you go, let's go on that side, Sippy. Can you see it there?
Of course I can.
With some light?
No.
With some light?
No.
That's good light? All right.
No, that's just
So
in my way.
we just, okay, fine. All right, see, we got it off just enough, guys. And I'm gonna leave it just like that. Next thing we're gonna do is go ahead, mark these cams. And actually, you know what I might do, guys?
You're gonna mark the
Cam caps.
Yeah, you said the cams.
They know what I'm talking about.
Do they?
They got no business doing this job if they can't improvise what I say. So we're gonna actually mark both of them.
Might as well.
I know, might as well. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all of them marked. And what I'm gonna do is loosen up every single one of them. Just, just to take it. Gotta be careful with that. Okay, I'm gonna loosen up every single cap. Alright. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all of them loose. Now I'm gonna take my T30 socket. And this time I'm using a 4-inch. What you yawning for? Am I boring you?
Yeah.
You got some nerve. Guys, am I boring you?
Yes.
Alright, you could.
I admit it.
4-inch. They ain't gonna be better. So we're gonna go ahead. Again, start from the outside ones. Then go to the inside ones. We're gonna remove all caps, put them to the side, and we'll be right back.
All caps on both sides?
No, no, that one I'm not touching.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do one at a time.
All right, we'll be right back.